Welcome back to the hunting side of Red Billy's Outdoors. So as you've seen in the previous video, we went out and set up 6 trail cameras at the new property that we bought. So we went out there yesterday to check all the cameras. We got a lot of pictures, over 3,000 pictures of all different types of wildlife. We had bucks, does, bears, raccoons, foxes. So it's promising, but we are really excited about the bucks that we got on camera for the first time being out there and getting pictures of them. We have a total of 6 different 8 points, a few small 4 points, and then one unidentified buck, and a bunch of does, a few fawns. But overall it's very promising, so we're going to keep monitoring that and keep trying to get them to stay on that property, so come bow season October 5th we'll be able to get a shot at them. But as you can see in the pictures from camera 1 all the way up to 6, you'll see the different bucks and does that we have on camera. We've also named them to help identify them, so if we keep seeing them, we know which buck is which, and also helps us identify what shoot of buck we're going to try to go after this year, because we're going to try to manage it to where we have a good, decent buck population and a doe population. So here at camera 1, we identified 3 good bucks. We named him Big Crab. He's got a little, on the right side of it, he's got a little crab call. We also named Young Sparrow. He looks like a young deer. He's pretty wide though, not as tall, but looks like a young deer. And then we got Big Curve. His main beams come out and curve in. Still a decent sized deer, but overall the best deer on that camera right now is Big Crab for sure. He's a giant deer, at least for around here in Southwest Virginia. There's a few young bucks there. We have that 4 point where it comes in and curls. We call him Headband because he's just, I mean, it's right there, like it's wrapped around your head. We've got a few bears there too. They like to hang out there and lay down in there. So now we're gonna skip to camera 3. Camera 2 didn't have anything on it, so we went to camera 3. And there is where we have all 5 of our big bucks that came through there. The Big Crab came back, Big Curve came back, Young Sparrow came back. But then there was 2 other deer that we saw there, and Goalpost. We named Goalpost because he is pretty wide. His tines aren't very long, but he seems like a 2.5 to 3.5-year-old deer, so we're gonna let him probably go. We'll just keep him around. And then there's another deer we called OG. He's definitely the biggest one body-wise. Looks like the oldest one. He's pretty wide too, but he would definitely be on the shoot or hit list this year just because he seems like an older deer, probably 3.5 to 5 years old. So he's definitely one we're going after. They come throughout the whole day. We also have bears there at this camera. So, and then of course Headband. Headband likes to go to every camera, as you're gonna see. So now we're at camera 4, and everyone came back. All the big bucks came back besides OG. He was the only one that was on camera 3 that we haven't gotten anywhere else. So our usual suspect, Big Crab, Goalpost, Young Sparrow, and Big Curve all came to camera 4. So now that we're at camera 4, we're noticing they're just jumping around, they're circling the property. We did dump out feed, so that might be why they're coming out. Now we're at camera 5. This might be my favorite camera out there because it's a lot of daytime photos. We also get another buck that comes in. We named him Lollipop. He's only got one brow tine. The other brow tine either didn't grow in or somehow broke off or something like that, but he's a young deer. So we definitely are gonna let him keep going. And then Goalpost and Big Crab are in there. Since we got to camera 5, we noticed that Big Crab and Goalpost, they're usually together. If one's there, one's close by, or they're both there at the same time. But they come in the daytime, along with a lot of other does that have been coming in there in the daytime. So far, that's my favorite camera, is camera 5. So keep an eye on that. Camera 6, is the last camera we have out. It's actually not too far from camera 5. I say maybe 700 yards, if that. But the usual suspect, Gold Post and Big Crab, is always together, and then Lollipop came in there a few times. But this is also another Provincing site that I like because there are daytime photos there. There's quite a few does that come in there. We have a couple fawns that are coming in there, and sits on the hillside, right in between the top of the ridge and the bottom of the holler. So seems like a heavy travel corridor that they go through there. So seems like a pretty good spot. So overall, all the 6 cameras did well besides camera 2. I'm not sure why they didn't get any pictures, but maybe that was cameras way back in the property. Maybe they're just not over there or something. I don't know. But we are pretty excited about the deer that we do have on camera so far. I think we had 2 shooter bucks that we're probably going to go after this year, and that's the big 8 crab and then OG, because OG seems like he's the oldest deer. I don't think he's going to get any bigger as time goes. And Big Crab, he's just a big 8-point, long tines, pretty decently wide. Would be by far my biggest buck that I've ever shot. And so we are excited. Hopefully we get him. We still got a couple months till bow season kicks in, and hopefully we can get some other deer on camera, other big bucks or small bucks, just to see what we have, see what we can manage as we go on.